The morning was quiet, almost too quiet. The wind gently moved the leaves in the garden of Tom and Maddie's house, and the sunrise light barely touched the porch when a small cardboard box, slightly wet from the night dew, rested right in front of the door. Inside it, curled under a light blue blanket, 3 small bodies breathed in the same rhythm, as if they shared the same dream. Baby Sonic was in the center, his small hands resting on the edge of the blanket. Next to him, Baby Tails kept his 2 little tails wrapped around his body to stay warm. Baby Knuckles, firm even while sleeping, seemed to protect them instinctively, his small fist closed, as if even in dreams he was ready to defend. No one knew how long they had been there, but they were not afraid. They were together. Tom opened the door with curiosity. Drawn by an almost imperceptible sound, he looked down and saw the box. He bent down slowly, as if he feared that any sudden movement could break something fragile. His hands touched the cardboard carefully, lifting the lid slowly. Inside, he saw something that left him speechless. 3 small creatures were sleeping deeply, hugging each other. They were not common. They were not human, but in that moment, it did not matter. Tom felt that his life had just changed without warning. Sonic was the first to open his eyes. His blue pupils reflected the morning light and fixed directly on Tom's face. There was no fear, only curiosity, and a tenderness that seemed too big for such a small body. He looked at him without blinking, as if trying to memorize him. Knuckles woke up next, moving his small red head slightly. When he noticed that Sonic was not afraid, he relaxed. Finally, Tails opened his eyes, observing everything carefully. The 3 of them looked at Tom at the same time, and in that silence, without words, a bond was created. Sonic yawned in an adorable, exaggerated way, stretching his little arms and arching his back. Tails copied him, extending his tails clumsily while waking up. Knuckles adjusted himself next to them, making a soft little sound. They were fragile, small, but full of life. Tom slowly extended his hand, giving them time to react. Sonic was the first to lean his head toward the touch. He closed his eyes when he felt the warmth. Tails moved his tails with excitement. Knuckles, although firmer, allowed the gesture without resistance. That simple touch was the first act of trust, and also the beginning of a family. Inside the house, Maddie watched tenderly while Tom prepared warm milk. One by one, with endless patience, he gave them small drops using a dropper. Sonic drank with enthusiasm, almost impatient. Knuckles tried to hold the dropper himself, showing surprising strength, even though he was tiny. Tails observed every detail, learning even in that simple moment. Each drop was not only food, it was care. As the days passed, Sonic began to explore the house more, getting closer to Tom and Maddie with growing confidence. Knuckles started gently pushing him, beginning spontaneous games. Sonic responded by rolling on the floor laughing. Tails followed them, trying to understand every interaction, absorbing the world like a giant puzzle. One day, a red ball appeared in the living room. Sonic pushed it first, surprised by how it rolled. Knuckles ran after it with determination. Tails tried to catch it in the air, falling clumsily. Laughter, running, stumbling, the house filled with pure and innocent energy. In the middle of the game, the 3 ran at the same time toward the ball. They collided and rolled over the carpet, ending up hugging each other, laughing without control. It was a simple moment, but eternal, a memory that would stay forever. The game evolved. The couch became a spaceship. The table became a secret base. Sonic took a small telescope and assumed the role of captain. Tails studied a map spread on the floor. Knuckles held a branch like a sword, watching for imaginary enemies. They did not know they were practicing for the future, but they were already acting like heroes. They climbed onto the main piece of furniture, as if climbing a dangerous mountain. Sonic led. Tails calculated routes. Knuckles secured the ground. Every jump was an adventure. Every fall, a lesson. Tom drew a line on the wall, then another. Sonic was the tallest, Knuckles just below. Tails smiled even though he was the smallest. That wall did not only measure physical growth, it measured time, history, love. One night, tired from playing, they fell asleep on the living room carpet. Sonic in the center, Tails resting on his shoulder, Knuckles guarding even while asleep. The house was silent. Absolute peace. The discovery was unexpected. Sonic crossed the room in the blink of an eye. Tails began to float while his tail spun with strength. Knuckles hit a pillow and made it explode into feathers. They looked at each other. They were no longer just little ones. They were special. Sonic challenged Tails with a smile. Both shot down the hallway. Sonic was a blue lightning bolt. Tails tried to follow him, but he was always a little behind. Tails stopped. He looked at his tails. He looked at Sonic. He understood that his talent was not pure speed, and instead of giving up, he decided to find his own path. The uncontrolled excitement ended in disaster. Moved tables, crooked pictures, destroyed cushions. But Tom did not yell. He knelt in front of them and taught them something more important than any power: responsibility. Knuckles began to train with discipline, punch after punch, controlling his strength. Sonic practiced stopping before crashing. Tails perfected his flight and built small inventions. They were preparing. The day came. They were no longer little. They were strong, aware. They looked at the horizon knowing the world needed protection. Sonic took the first step toward the door. Knuckles followed without hesitation. Tails activated one of his devices. They were not running away. They were going to protect. Tom and Maddie watched them leave with pride in their eyes. They did not raise warriors. They raised brave hearts. They taught them to use their power with love. And because of that guidance, those 3 little ones left in a box became the greatest heroes the Earth would ever know. And everything began when someone decided to lift a cardboard lid. Years passed. The memory of the cardboard box became something far away, but never forgotten. Sonic was no longer the small, curious baby. His eyes were confident. His speed was impossible to follow. Knuckles had grown into a powerful warrior. His strength controlled and disciplined. Tails had become brilliant and calm, mastering technology beyond human understanding. And then he appeared. Metal Sonic. He was not just a machine. He was a cold reflection of Sonic. His metallic body shined under the night sky while he descended with a sharp mechanical sound. His red eyes analyzed every movement. The battle was intense. Sonic moved around him like blue lightning, searching for a weakness. Metal Sonic copied his movements with terrifying precision. Knuckles jumped with force, his punches strong enough to break steel. Tails flew above them, sending electric attacks and creating smart distractions. Metal Sonic learned. He adapted. But there was one thing he could not copy: heart. When Metal Sonic prepared a final destructive attack, the 3 did not hesitate. Sonic distracted him. Knuckles broke his defense. Tails shut down his core system. The metal body crashed to the ground. And in the reflection of the broken steel, Sonic understood something important. Being fast is not enough. You must know why you fight. If Metal Sonic was the shadow, then his creator was the true danger. Dr. Eggman returned with a massive army of robots that darkened the sky. Giant machines walked through the city while people ran in fear. Sonic did not smile this time. This was serious. Knuckles charged directly at the largest robots, breaking metal like it was paper. Tails coordinated from the sky, guiding Sonic toward key targets. Explosions lit up the night. Eggman watched from his flying ship, laughing proudly. "You cannot stop progress," his expression seemed to say. But he forgot something. Progress without compassion becomes destruction. Sonic reached the ship. He jumped and ran along its metallic surface as if gravity did not matter. Knuckles opened a path through the defenses. Tails disabled the ship's systems. The ship fell from the sky. Eggman escaped, as he always did. But the message was clear. As long as they stood together, the Earth would not fall. The hardest enemy was not a machine. It was a reflection. Shadow appeared like silence before a storm. His red eyes showed no hate, only cold determination. He did not want to destroy the world. He wanted to prove something. The clash between Sonic and Shadow was like 2 lightning bolts colliding. Speed against speed, energy against energy. The ground cracked under their movements. The air trembled. Knuckles tried to step in, but quickly understood this fight was personal. Tails watched carefully from a distance. Shadow was not evil. He was lost. The fight became a silent conversation. Until Sonic stopped attacking. His eyes said, We don't have to be enemies. Shadow hesitated. And in that moment of hesitation, the battle ended. Not every conflict ends with force. Some end with understanding. War does not define a life. Love does. Amy Rose had been there for a long time, brave, determined, strong on her own. She was not standing behind Sonic. She stood beside him. She did not see him only as a hero. She saw the small baby who once slept inside a cardboard box. With Amy, Sonic found something he never had before: peace. Between missions and battles, they shared quiet moments, laughter, simple looks, real connection. One sunset, on the same hill where everything had once begun, Sonic held her hand. He did not need speed. He did not need power. Only simple words. And Amy said yes. The wedding was not huge or dramatic. It was personal. Tom and Maddie were there, proud. Tails adjusted the lights with his technology, creating soft, glowing sparks in the sky. Knuckles stood quietly, smiling in his own way. When Sonic held Amy's hand in front of everyone, he understood something that took him years to learn. Being the fastest in the world means nothing if you do not have someone to walk beside you. And as the sun disappeared behind the horizon, the small baby who once woke up inside a cardboard box had become not only the greatest hero on Earth, but a complete man.